Hello, my name's Ashley Hickson-Lovence. I'm a poet, novelist of a couple of books, including a new book called Wild East, which is coming out in May. Wild East is a book about Ronnie, who lives in London, in the city, and is relocated to the country, to East Anglia, and he struggles to sort of settle at first, to get used to his new life in his new area. And this is the reason why, for this year's first competition, which is run by the University of Suffolk and Prima Donna Festival, that the theme is going to be new beginnings. That could be a story, a graphic novel, a poem, song lyrics, an essay about new beginnings, starting again, starting afresh, stepping out of your comfort zone and trying something new. So, with that in mind, thinking about Ronnie from Wild East, thinking about some of your experiences perhaps, and bringing that onto the page, New Beginnings is the theme that I want you to have a good go at writing something about for this year's first competition. Best of luck. Okay, so some top tips for tackling the theme of new beginnings in your story or your poem or your song or your graphic novel. Number one, remember it's just 800 words that you're submitting. So don't think you have to write this really, really big and long novel. Sometimes just sort of a snippet or going in or out of a story is probably the best way to go. I also think, and I always encourage this in my students, whether they are at university or whether they're in primary school, your words really, really matter. Your lived experience really, really matters. So bring some of your own personal stories in there, or your personal anecdotes, or things that perhaps your parents or carers told you growing up. Maybe that could find its place in whatever you're writing too. A really strong opening is a really good way to really capture your reader's attention. A strong opening sentence or an opening paragraph that is so good that the reader just has to read on. And in going back to what I said for the very first tip about it doesn't have to be a whole sort of whole novel, a whole story in the 800 words. The ending is better if it sort of just leaves us lingering a little bit. It doesn't have to be neat and tidy and a sort of happily ever after type fairy tale. Maybe something that's a little bit more ambiguous. Doesn't actually tie up all those loose ends, but leaves us thinking long after we've read it. And just essentially have belief, have confidence that your words really, really matter. There's great power in what you bring to the page. So best of luck, and I'm rooting for you.